All right, guys, today we're going to talk about solving inequalities where they give you the answer. So we did this with equations, so now we're going to do it with inequalities. Remember, the only difference is the inequality symbol in the middle of our problem. So when we are solving in reverse, when they've given us the answer and we're trying to decide if an inequality statement is true or false, the big thing you need to remember is that your inequality or your Pac-Man or your alligator is going to eat the larger numbers. So when I draw my symbol, okay, if whatever side it's eating is your more and the other side is your less. So again, if we reverse that and it was eating the other direction, again, the side that it's eating is your more and this side that it's not is your less. And again, you can just look and see how that makes like a little Pac-Man, that it would be eating that more. Okay, so that's the big thing to remember because we need to evaluate if these are true or false statements, okay? So it says to solve, we will blank the solution for the variable. Okay, so all we're gonna do is we're going to plug in the solution for the variable. And remember, a variable is a letter, so that's your X, your Y, your letter M, whatever letter you're using in each problem, and we're going to check the symbol. So we're going to check to see if the symbol is true or false. And remember, your symbols are going to be like greater than or less than or greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, okay? And so that's all we're doing. So it says, which inequality is true if k equals 4? So they've told us the answer is 4, but we need to decide which of these inequalities comes out true. So remember, all we're going to do is we're going to take the letter k out and we're going to replace it with the number 4. All right, so in our first problem, we have 3.1k. Well, I know that when a number and a letter sit side by side, that means to multiply. So I'm actually going to rewrite it as 3.1 times k is greater than 12.4, okay? And then I'm going to replace the letter K with the number 4. So I'm going to rewrite my problem 3.1 times 4 is greater than 12.4. So I need to multiply. Well, 3.1 times 4 is going to equal 12.4. So is 12.4 greater than 12.4. Is that a true statement? Well, it is not a true statement because there's no equal line. These are the same number, right? 12.4 equals 12.4. And because there is no equality line in my symbol, right? There's no line underneath. This is a false statement. So even though it does come out to be the exact same number, it is not greater than 12.4. Okay, 12.4 is not greater than 12.4, so that is a false statement. All right, so let's try answer choice B. So answer choice B says k minus 1.1 is less than 1.9. So again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and fill in the k with the number 4. So I don't have to rewrite anything this time. It already shows me its subtraction. So I have 4 minus 1.1 is less than 1.9. So I need to solve. Remember, when you solve, you need to line your decimals up. So we have 4 and 4 is like a whole $4. And we're taking away 1.1. And again, I lined my decimals up. I can't take 1 from 0, so I have to borrow. 10 minus 1 is 9. 3 minus 1 is 2. So I have 2.9. And it was positive because the 4 was bigger, regular old subtraction problem. And then my symbol stays the same, and then 1.9. So when I think about it, I need to evaluate which way is my Pac-Man eating, which way is supposed to be more. Well, this side is being eaten, so it should be more. But I know that 1.9 is not more than 2.9. And so therefore, this is a false statement as well. This is not true. If it was true, the Pac-Man would be eating the other direction. It would be eating 2.9 because 2.9 is greater. All right, so let's try our third problem here, third answer choice. We have -6 plus k is less than or equal to 0. So again, all I'm going to do is replace the letter K with the number 4. Again, they've always told me the answer is 4. And so I'm going to write -6 plus 4, same symbol, and 0. All right, so I can see I have integers, so I'm going to make my positive negative table. I have 6 is negative, 4 is positive, which means my answer is going to be a negative because negative is 6 is larger than 4. And so different signs subtract. So 6 minus 4 is 2. So this answer is -2 is less than or equal to 0. So I make my symbol look like a Pac-Man, and I say, oh, look, it's eating the 0. So 0 should be more than -2. And if you think about it, if you think about a number line, just sketch a number liner here real quick. The 0's in the middle, your positives are here, your negatives are over here. So if I think about it, remember the right side of my number line is my more, and the left side is left is less. And so where would -2 be? Well, -2 would be over here, and 0 is here. So which one is further to the right? Well, that would be the 0. So 0 is in fact more, and so this is a true statement that 0 is larger or greater than -2 because it is further to the right on my number line. Remember, the further to the right you go on your number line, the larger the number. So C is my final answer. All right, let's look at example number 2. This is an inequality, and we have a model. So they've told us our answer is x is 3. So every time I see an x, I'm going to put either the number 3 or I can put like 3 little single ones. So in the first one, I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just trying to see if this comes out true. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side, and on this side I have 3. So when I write it, I would write 6 is less than 3. And again, we can see that my Pac-Man is eating the 3, and we know 3 is not larger, so this one is a false statement. So we try the next one. I'm going to plug in 3 again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then on this side, I have 1, 2, 3 for that x. So again, everything on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On this side, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So when I write it, I'm going to write 6 is less than or equal to 7. So if I make that into a Pac-Man, is it eating the larger number? Yes, 7 is larger, and therefore this is a true statement. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep solving just like this just to make sure, but I'm going to put a maybe for letter B. All right, so answer choice C, I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so on that side, I had 6 is greater than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one is false because we know 6 is not greater than 6. 6 would be equal to 6. So that one's false. So I mark that one off. And then our very last answer choice, again, I plug in 3 for my x. So this whole side had 4 is greater than or equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, when I think about my Pac-Man's eating the 4. Is 4 larger than 5? It is not. It is not. So this is a false statement. So the only one that makes sense is going to be answer choice B. And that is solving inequalities with a given solution, guys. Go practice.